Carslick and this is Women's Health Ask an Athlete. I play rugby sevens and I'll be competing at my second Olympic Games. Being an athlete to me is living a childhood dream. I think I always grew up loving sport and it was such a big part of my life, and now I get to do it as a full-time career. So I think I'm just so blessed to be able to do that and to be a woman doing it as well. When I was young, I didn't have female role models to look up to that were professional athletes, but now you see them at the top of their field in so many different sports, and I'm really proud that I'm at the forefront of that movement. The advice I'd have for young female athletes would be to keep playing all the different sports that you can while you're young. I grew up doing a lot of athletics, cross country and hockey. I also played touch football, and I think all of those different sports have led me to where I am and had a massive impact on my rugby career. Yeah, I think I admire a lot of female athletes, but for me, coming from touch football, there's a lot of girls that I looked up to that played touch, and they've never been paid to play their sport. They just do it because they love it. So one of them in particular, Emily Hennessy, she just had her 4th baby and she's still at the top of her league, and I find her really inspiring. Yeah, the transition coming across from touch to rugby was a little bit challenging at the start, but the challenge really excited me, and although it was difficult, I think I've really enjoyed every part of it. Obviously being a male-dominated industry for such a long time, there was also challenges in regards to that, but Australian rugby has been such a huge supporter in the women's game, and I've had such great family and friends that have supported me as well. Yeah, when I compete and I'm out on the field, there's definitely times that you hear the crowd and you can use them to gain, I guess, excitement and really draw from their energy. Especially at the last Olympics in Rio, our Australian supporters were amazing, and yeah, I think we really felt them while we were out there. My secret talent, I'm actually really good at skipping, like jump rope. Yeah, which is pretty random, but I did that at primary school for the Heart Foundation. I think I have a pretty balanced diet, so I don't really restrict myself too much. Playing rugby is probably that's probably one of the benefits of playing a sport like rugby. But something that I kind of have to restrict would probably be, like, I love ice cream, and I love like rum and cokes when I go out. So like if I'm on like athlete time, I have to drink gin and soda or vodka sodas instead. In my day off in Sydney, I usually try and get to the beach or spend time with my partner Lewis if our days off align. He also plays rugby, but yeah, we spend a lot of time at the beach, or on a really lazy day, I just watch Netflix and sit at home. My current training schedule is we train about 5 days a week. Sometimes we do an extra Saturday session, but we're there pretty much from 7 till 3 most days of the week. We haven't had a chance to play many tournaments, but we've got a few coming up, which will be really exciting. But yeah, it's sort of just every day we're just training together with the girls. No, I don't have a pre-game meal. I'm actually very relaxed around what I eat and drink. I think because we travel all over the world so often that you never really know what you're going to get depending on what country we're in. I usually try and have like a fair bit of carbs and protein, like make sure I get that in. And then on game day, I kind of don't eat that much in between games. I sort of just snack. Every time I pull on the Australian jersey, I sort of carry the expectation that I have to make my country proud. So it doesn't really matter if it's a World Series, if it's like an Oceania tournament or an Olympic Games. I think I have the same, I guess like jersey always will carry the same weight to me. And I don't really look at it as bad pressure. I think I kind of rise to that pressure and use it to my advantage. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Women's Health YouTube channel.